Hi, I'm Clark Neal.
And I'm Susie Neal. Together, we're Unicoi Preserves.
It's the fall, and today we've got the perfect recipe for this time of year. This is our hearty Bolognese over spiralized butternut squash and zucchini.
That sounds tasty. Okay, Clark, how do we get started?
All right, so we've been to Ingles. We picked up beautiful fresh vegetables and all of our pasta sauce. This is going to be a twist on spaghetti with Bolognese sauce, but we're making it vegan and plant-based. So we're using zucchini and butternut squash that we spiralize instead of noodles.
Okay, tell me about this spiralizer.
Okay, so we happen to have a spiralizer, but if you don't have one, Susie, what else can you use?
Well, if you don't have a spiralizer, you could simply use a vegetable peeler to make really nice ribbons. You could also, if you have a mandolin, fit it with the julienne blade, and you can just simply put on your glove and shave the vegetables. This dish is a great way to get more vegetables into your diet. Look at how beautiful these are. These have a lot of moisture in them. So we did the butternut squash ahead. It's a great do ahead. You could leave it in the refrigerator overnight. But the zucchini, I kind of like to have that done and then cooked.
Yeah, it would collapse if you did these ahead of time because of the moisture content. So we're gonna spiralize them and then we're gonna saute them. But Susie, you want to show them about the butternut squash, what part we use, because we don't use the whole butternut squash in this recipe.
Right, I love when you walk into Ingles and you see all the fresh produce. This time of the year, butternut squash, heck, Ingles has these year-round, but in the fall, I really think about butternut squash. You want to look for one when you're looking to spiralize that's got the long neck and the smaller bottom on the bulb, because what Clark spiralized was just the top part, just the long neck. This other part, the bottom, is where the seeds are at and it's kind of rounded. It doesn't really work with the spiralizer, but don't throw it away and don't throw those seeds away, because you can chop it up, roast it, you can make it into a delicious hash, and the seeds, you could toast those off in the oven with just a little bit of olive oil and popcorn salt, and they make a very nutritious snack. But butternut squash, one of my fall favorites.
Yeah, so we're gonna get this last zucchini spiralized up, then we're gonna show you how we saute it. We'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna saute our vegetables now. We've got a skillet over the fire. The oil is hot. So we're gonna take some of this delicious zucchini.
Ah, look at those beautiful noodles.
Noodles. Love to hear that sizzle.
Me too. This is gonna be so good.
All right, I think I got a little overzealous. I think I'm gonna use just that. Put some salt and pepper on these guys while they're in the skillet.
How about some crushed red pepper flakes?
Yes, please. And you want to put some of that delicious Larlin jarred garlic.
I will. I love the garlic. It's so convenient. It really makes dinner fast and easy. And you don't have to measure garlic. You just measure it with your heart, right?
Right.
And you notice that we're putting the garlic in after the noodles. We didn't put it in the bottom because you don't want to scorch the garlic. This way it's not sitting on that hot pan. Gosh, this is going to be such a delicious vegetable-based meal.
And this cooks fairly quickly because it's got a lot of water content in it. You don't want to overcook it or it gets really limp. So we cook it al dente.
Just like pasta.
Just a couple of minutes. You just want to saute it, heat it through. So this is taking the place of your noodles.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And if you wanted to put in some yellow squash, you could do that as well. That way you could have 3 different squash.
Sure. Believe it or not, this is done already. I told you it's quick. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'm going to put this on our platter.
Okay, I'll hold the platter and you plate her up.
And we are going to simply repeat that process with the butternut squash. So I'm going to put a little bit more oil in the pan.
Gosh, these are just beautiful. I love that color. It just looks like fall.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, wait for that sizzle.
Look at that long spiral.
Sometimes you have to break them off. There you go.
We're going to let that get happy again. Same thing, salt and pepper. These take a little bit longer to cook because it's a heartier root vegetable.
I love those salt grinders. Those are great.
Yeah, these are great.
Pepper?
Yes.
All right.
Can you ever have too much red pepper?
Well, I think you can, but not with that. And last but not least, a good scoop of the garlic. Now you notice we're spending a lot of time on the vegetables, the prep work, the sauteing, but it goes really fast. And you know what else goes really fast?
The sauce.
The sauce. We picked up something that's new to me. I hadn't seen it at Ingles.
No, it's new in our store.
But it's the Harvest Farms plant-based Bolognese. It is delicious right out of the jar. And for a fast meal, because, you know, we do a lot of things, we're very busy, I'm not going to stay around the house making Bolognese. I'm just not.
Nope.
So I'm glad that Harvest Farms has done it for us, and with plant-based.
The great thing, if you have people that are trying to eat a plant-based diet, this is a wonderful time-saving tool. They have several different flavors of the vegan sauces that you can use. And also, since we're using vegetables instead of noodles, if you have someone with sensitivity to gluten, this takes the place of it. Plus, it's a little healthier vegetable check mark.
Yes,
Now,
that's true.
This takes longer to cook, like I said. You can put a lid on it. If you don't have a lid to fit your skillet,
Oh,
here's
we've
a
done
quick
this in the
tip.
past.
Just take your cookie sheet and place it right over the top, and it helps hold that heat in to kind of steam those vegetables till they get done.
But watch the condensation and the steam on the bottom, because it sure will get you.
All right, I'm gonna call that done.
I think that's done too. That
gonna
smells so good.
I'm gonna turn this burner off. We're gonna plate it up. We'll come right back and show you what the finished dish looks like. We've got this dish plated family style. You could certainly serve this individually, but this platter has a little bit of history to me. This was my grandmother's platter. She used it at Thanksgiving for her turkey. So we pulled a vintage piece out of the closet just to show it family style. That's the way we used to always eat pasta. So, but this is the dish. Thank you for joining us today on the Ingles Table.
And for grabbing your copy of the Ingles Table magazine. There are so many more recipes that you can discover right here on the website.
So be sure to check it out, and we'll see you next time.